Can we then pick up on this one, which is a very topical question, I guess, from Gregory Andrews? And by the way, I'm recording this for the podcast, so just to read it out for anybody who's only listening to us. And he asks, in the midst of the current COVID situation, would you encourage a student in his last year to take a risk and build a business, or would you suggest pushing to enter the corporate route?
I'm probably not going to be very objective in this answer, because if you ask a venture capitalist what you should do, the answer is entrepreneurship. But it's not what you should do, it's what your skill set is. So as I said earlier, if you really have got, and you've got that horizontal layer of skills that I spoke about, then you can probably start entrepreneurship quite soon. But else maybe go to the right type of organization that's a learning organization that you can go and learn about all those things for a few years, maybe only a year, 2 years, 3 years to go and learn it, and then to go and start your entrepreneurship career. But most importantly, finish your degree. And secondly, if you can do the two together, a lot of entrepreneurs have started either when they're at university and they really work their butts off and they work 24/7, or they start their first corporate life and they start building on the side. They start building their first entrepreneurial business. Once that entrepreneurial business is generating enough revenue, you can actually give up on your corporate life and you can actually take that thing full time, because part-time doesn't work to scale a business, but to get a business going, part-time actually does work. It can work. It's hard. You're going to have to give up on a couple of Saturday nights and a bit of fun, but it can work. So if you've got a great idea, maybe you need to earn a salary, earn the salary, do it on the side on the weekends or at nights. And when it's big enough, you can maybe hire your first 1 or 2 people. That's the time to take the plunge. And take that plunge, because I'll tell you something, it's worth it. Even if you fail, the amount of learnings you will go through from a year or 2 years of learning and trying and learning and trying and pivoting and trying and failing, it's okay. The next one will be so much easier for you the next time you start that business because of the first one, whether you succeed or whether you fail. So I think you can do them in parallel, unless you can really, if you are in Elon Musk and you can raise $100 million, then just go and raise that money and go get out there and go and do your business. But it's very hard in South Africa to have an idea and actually raise capital. It's very hard.
Yeah.
Unless you get it from a rich family member, a rich uncle, rich mother or father, that's fine. But otherwise, it's very, very hard in this country to raise an angel capital for an idea. At best, you'll arrange it for a product, but at even better, it's a business where actually a product is generating revenue. So it turns from a product to a business. I don't invest in products. I invest in businesses. I invest in products in my personal capacity as an angel investor. I don't do it anymore because I don't have the time. But it's very hard at that stage to go and raise capital. So I'd say do them both. It's not either or, it's and.
Brilliant. Clive, I 100% agree with you. And I totally thank you for just confirming, hopefully, what I was also going to kind of, answer to that same question was finish your degree, just get it done. And I think being able to finish anything you start is also, part of, not always just to blindly follow something down into a dark hole, but if you are nearing the end of something and you just need to knuckle down and get it finished, that's also an entrepreneurial discipline. So get that degree, get it done. Tick it off, and then as Clive has said, maybe there's something that you can start on the side, and it's the and, not the or. So Clive, fantastic. Stephanie Kruger has just indicated that she's willing to be a mentor, so we are up to 6 mentors available in our Facebook group now, which is absolutely fantastic. So as Clive said, we'll build this community one mentor at a time, one successful student at a time. So Clive, just the last couple of minutes, your thoughts, just encouraging people getting out there. What action can they take? I'm always big on action and tasks and getting stuff done. So this afternoon or this weekend, what is it that you think everybody should just go out and do to make a difference in their life and just, impact society and continue, the great conversation? And as I'm talking, Gregory Andrews just mentioned he's willing to be a mentor. So that's 2 that we've had from this webinar today. So Clive, I remember that you challenged me a few years ago, and hopefully, that's now coming to fruition. So we've had 2 in this session. That's 7 in the group, which is fantastic. So Clive, just to finish off with, thoughts, actions, next steps, encouragement for people out there that are listening today.
Action, action, action. It's all about action. Take action. Look after your own life. Don't wait for someone to look after your life. No one cares. You might think they care, but no one cares. Maybe your mother, your father care. But I'll tell you, otherwise it's action. You've got to be action speak louder than words. You've all heard it before. Take action. Just get out of your comfort zone. If you stay in your comfort zone, you will not learn. You can only learn and grow by getting out of that comfort zone. So if you don't fear risk, if you fear risk, you'll never get out your comfort zone. You'll stay in that comfort zone. You'll do what you're comfortable with, but you'll never, ever grow as a human being. And I've seen it too often where I talk about 20 years experience. I've seen people with 20 years experience and they've actually got 1 year experience 20 times versus 20 years experience. You've done 20 years, you've got 20 years experience. But get out of your comfort zone. Failure is okay. Be prepared to fail. It's fine. It's fine. You will be respected. If other people don't worry about what other people say. You worry about what you're learning and what you're doing, and you're doing the right thing. Failing is okay. But honestly, if you don't get out your comfort zone, you'll never succeed. You'll never fail. You'll just be a mediocre person. So it's about action, and it's about the will to learn that failure is perfectly okay.
Do what scares you. Thank you, Clive.
Absolutely.
Appreciate your time today, guys. I mean, you've had an hour with Clive Batkow, just getting his wisdom and his experience. We've spoken about a lot of different topics, and I think it's all been absolutely useful and valuable for us just to improve our outlook and our approach and our willingness to make the most out of every day. So, guys, I hope you're going to go out and then eat your frogs, decide what it is, the hardest thing that's going to make the biggest difference in your life. Eat that frog tomorrow for breakfast, I think is the full expression. Eat frogs for breakfast, get it done as early as possible in the day. Make that task the first thing that you do, and then the rest of the day is actually a breeze once you've got through those things. So in addition to that piece of insight and everything else that Clive has shared with us today, really want to say thank you that he was able to join us. And to everybody else, I put a couple of links in the chat there as well, so please join us in the Facebook group. Those of you that have agreed to become mentors, please do join us in the Facebook group. I put the link there so that you guys can come in and then sign up to be a mentor. And of course, guys, this webinar, as with all the other webinars, are available on the YouTube channel, so please do subscribe there. I put the link in the chat as well. And we also post regular coaching tips and all the updates around the courses and the content and the information that you guys can get access to in this channel is all available on the YouTube channel. So please do go and subscribe there. Join us in the Facebook group. Take the tips and actions and outcomes that Clive has given us today and go out there and be a successful student. Clive, thank you very much. All the best and have a fantastic weekend ahead to yourself and everybody on the call today.
Thanks to all of you. And Peter, keep up the great work. Thank you. Cheers.
Fantastic. Cheers, Clive. Go well.
Bye.